sklearn Ensemble Random Trees Embedding. Description: explain in detail. Random trees embedding is a dimensionality reduction technique that uses an ensemble of decision trees to learn a low-dimensional embedding of the input data. It works by constructing multiple decision trees, where each tree is trained on a random subset of the features and samples. The output of the random trees embedding is a sparse matrix where each row represents a data point, and each column represents a leaf node in one of the trees. The value in each cell represents the number of times the corresponding data point has fallen into that leaf node across all trees. This sparse matrix can then be used as input to other machine learning models, such as clustering or classification algorithms. Inputs. Input 1. Explain in detail X. This is the input data, which should be a 2D array of shape and samples. N. Features. Input 2. Explain in detail Y. This is the target variable, which is only used if the sparse output parameter is set to false. It should be a 1D array of shape and samples. Outputs. Output 1. Explain in detail X transformed. This is the transformed data, which is a sparse matrix of shape and samples. N. Outputs, where N outputs is the number of leaf nodes in the ensemble of trees. Output 2. Explain in detail Y. This is the target variable, which is only returned if the sparse output parameter is set to false. It is the same as the input Y. Steps. Step 1. Explain in detail the random trees embedding algorithm. First constructs an ensemble of decision trees. Each tree is trained on a random subset of the features and samples. Step 2. Explain in detail for each data point in the input data. The algorithm determines the leaf node that it falls into for each tree in the ensemble. The output is a sparse matrix where each row represents a data point and each column represents a leaf node in one of the trees. The value in each cell represents the number of times the corresponding data point has fallen into that leaf node across all trees. Metrics. Metric 1. Explain in detail. There are no specific metrics for evaluating the performance of random trees embedding, as it is a dimensionality reduction technique rather than a predictive model. However, the quality of the embedding can be assessed by examining the distribution of the transformed data, and by evaluating the performance of other machine learning models that are trained on transformed data. Metric 2. Explain in detail no applicable metrics. Visualization plots. Visualization plot 1. Explain in detail a scatter plot of the transformed data can be used to visualize the embedding. This can help to identify any clusters or patterns in the data. Visualization plot 2. Explain in detail no applicable plots. Fine-tune parameters. Parameter 1. Explain in detail nestimators. This parameter specifies the number of trees in the ensemble. A higher value generally results in a more robust embedding, but can also increase the training time. Parameter 2. Explain in detail max depth. This parameter specifies the maximum depth of each tree in the ensemble. A higher value can lead to overfitting, while a lower value may result in an underfitting model. Parameter 3. Explain in detail min samples split. This parameter specifies the minimum number of samples required to split an internal node. A higher value can prevent overfitting, while a lower value may result in an underfitting model. Parameter 4. Explain in detail sparse output. This parameter determines whether the output is a sparse matrix or a dense array. If set to true, the output will be a sparse matrix, which can be more efficient for storing and processing large datasets. If set to false, the output will be a dense array. Uncertainty methods. Uncertainty method 1. Explain in detail no applicable uncertainty methods. Uncertainty method 2. Explain in detail no applicable uncertainty methods. Challenges and fixes. Challenge 1. Explain in detail overfitting if the number of trees or the maximum depth of trees is too large. The model can overfit the training data and may not generalize well to new data. Sample use case that resulted in challenge 1. A random trees embedding model with a large number of trees and a high maximum depth was trained on a dataset with a small number of samples. The model overfitted the training data and performed poorly on the test data. Fixes to challenge 1. Use cross-validation to select the optimal number of trees and the maximum depth of the trees. This can help to prevent overfitting. Challenge 2. Explain in detail underfitting if the number of trees or the maximum depth of trees is too small. The model may not be able to capture the underlying structure of the data. Sample use case that resulted in challenge 2. A random trees embedding model with a small number of trees and a low maximum depth was trained on a dataset with a complex structure. The model underfitted the data and did not perform well on the test data. Fixes to challenge 2. Increase the number of trees or the maximum depth of the trees. This can help to improve the performance of the model. Challenge 3. Explain in detail computational cost. Random trees embedding can be computationally expensive, especially for large datasets. Sample use case that resulted in challenge 3. A random trees embedding model was trained on a large dataset with a high number of features. The training process took a long time. Fixes to challenge 3. Use a smaller number of trees or a lower maximum depth to reduce the computational cost. Alternatively, you can try using a different dimensionality reduction technique, such as PCA, which is generally faster.